Do you ever wonder why your anxiety gets worse in the colder months? If that's something you want to learn more about, then stay tuned. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel. My name's Alyssa Cotten. For those of you who are new, I can hope that you consider subscribing. And I do videos on self-help, mental health, and motivation. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the connection with anxiety and what happens in the colder months, or when it starts to get colder, or even when it starts to get darker. So our anxiety can really ebb and flow based off our seasons, based off our environment, and also based off our climate. So summer months, if we go back to the hunter-gatherer lifestyle, summer months were designed to forage, create enough food for winter, to hunt, to gather, create enough shelter, enough to survive the cold winters. And winters were really designed to keep things pretty low-key, keep things kind of like bears, where you're hibernating and you're not really meant to move a lot, keep going. It's supposed to be really slower paced. And so what happens is, as the sun, we have less daylight during the day. What happens is the sunlight, the lack of sunlight, signals to the brain, we need to conserve our energy, we need to conserve our motivation and our movement, because we need to survive the winter, essentially, is what our brains are wired to say. So now we fast forward to present day, and what happens is the darkness is still there, the cold is still there, but we no longer have to live in this hunter-gatherer lifestyle where we're constantly foraging and collecting for winter. We're not needing to hibernate like bears did, because we have housing, food, clothes, we've got DoorDash, Instacart, we've got lots of ways to sustain our daily needs. And so what happens is our anxiety is now competing with the way our brain is wired for hunter-gatherer lifestyle. And the anxiety comes from the societal pressures of being productive. And what happens is, let's say you're in the office on Monday and that question is, how did you spend your weekend? And that can cause a lot of anxiety, because you might say, hey, I just Netflixed all weekend because I didn't have any energy to do anything else. And then what happens is the anxiety spiral kicks in, and that spiral of saying, I should have done more this weekend, I should have been more productive, I should have got more tasks done, I should have done this, right? All these shoulds start to pile up, which then connects to the negative thinking. And that negative thinking can just start to spread like weeds, just taking over the entire mind of what should happen versus what's reality. So as we know, this dynamic of our brain being wired to relax and chill during the weekends of winter, and most of winter in general, to now having this huge pressure of constantly being productive, right? So now we've got these two conflicting worlds, these two conflicting ideas, and as we're trying to merge them together, that can cause a lot of anxiety, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear, a lot of sense of the end of the year is getting closer, and have I achieved my goals? So now I need to hustle, grind, or maybe I'm trying to hit these sales goals, or I'm trying to work on this new job, or get better grades in school, or all these different things that we're trying to navigate while our brain is trying to adjust to the lack of daylight, lack of sunshine, colder weather. And so anxiety in the cold, you want to naturally stay warm, right? So you're probably going to wear more clothes, you're going to wear more comfies because you're trying to stay warm in the cooler months. And what happens is your brain thinks, oh, we're nestling up, that means it's time to relax, that's time to slow down. Again, what happens is there's a disconnect, because your body's wanting to cozy up and your mind is saying, panic, we need to be productive, we need to do all these things, so when we start the next week, we can say that we had a productive weekend. That's not helpful or beneficial on any level, because what happens is you just start putting shame on yourself, and you start belittling yourself, and you might start just having your anxiety get worse and get worse. So the best thing you can do is start by giving yourself compassion. And compassion looks like, hey, I took the weekend to relax, and on Monday, I'll make a plan of what I didn't get done over the weekend, and I'll spend some time in the evening every day this week catching up. That's what compassion looks like. Criticism looks like, how dare you not get anything done? What's wrong with you? Now you're gonna be so exhausted because you have to double up this week. So same event, but two different outcomes, one with criticism and one with compassion. And as you're managing your anxiety, as the months are getting colder, we're getting less daylight, using compassion to get through these really uncertain experiences that you are experiencing is going to be key, and it's going to be way sustainable and long lasting versus criticism, because criticism is just going to shame you, make you feel depressed, make you feel worthless, while compassion is going to make you feel motivated, it's going to make you feel nourished, and it's going to make you feel connected to your goals. So reminding yourself, as we're getting colder, as we're getting less daylight, leading with the lens of compassion. So seeing yourself as a friend, right? If your friend said, hey, this weekend I spent it just hanging out, relaxing, you would never say, oh my gosh, what's wrong with you? You need to be more productive. You'd say, oh my gosh, that sounds so nice. How did you enjoy it? What shows did you watch? What food did you eat? You would lend with compassion. So now I'm asking you to do the same thing for yourself. Lend with compassion, move forward with that inner connection of saying, hey, recognizing that my brain is wired for winter to relax and go at a slower pace, but societal pressures are telling me I need to go, 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 be quick, quick, that hustle, grind, productivity, and you're trying to just merge the two. So finding a balance for yourself is going to be really productive and really helpful as you're navigating the colder months, less daylight, and managing your anxiety. If you want a little bit more information on managing your anxiety, check out this free guide that I have on anxiety management. There's a lot of great information. Also signs you up for my monthly newsletter that gives you great information for anxiety management. And if you'd like to learn even more about managing your anxiety, you can set up a call with me. I've got a couple openings in my online course on anxiety management and accelerated to life transformation. Comment below on what you do to help manage your anxiety in the colder months, the darker months. So you can comment below on what you do to help kind of manage your anxiety. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. My name's Alyssa Cotten. You can follow me on Instagram. Here's my handle. I do reels and I've got different tips and information on how to manage just different self-help, mental health, and motivation tips throughout. My name's Alyssa Cotten. I do videos out every single Monday. Take care. Have a great day.